I'm feeling raw. Let's get it. Shame on you. Shame on you. Ladies and gentlemen, shame on you for not understanding what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. Let's pop right into the game. 8-5. I'm going to fold. Today's stream is starting very suddenly. We are playing poker. We are playing Texas Hold'em, a game called HD Poker. I am Blacktopazjazz9. And I'm happy to be here today. This is, of course, the intro to a stream that, who knows? We might even play a little Cats Organized Neatly today. It seems to be a nice little go-to. We play a little poker, we play a little Cats Organized Neatly, we jump into poker again, back and forth. It's been a couple days since we've streamed. I actually just feel good. Everything's fine. Nothing to announce, nothing to talk about. That's not true. But no, we're doing good. Let's get into the game. And thank you for joining us. Yes. Enjoying the poker thing big time. I had a great game. So yesterday, I believe it was last night. All right, so I worked last night. I had a job last night, and I was pretty tired. Let's see. We got a pair of nines on the boards. I think I like that. Let's see what happens here. Okay, people are checking. I feel pretty strong with my nines. I'm going to go ahead and bet the pot here and start off strong. And a little bit more than the pot. This guy's going all in. I'm going to go 6, 7, 8, 9. I might as well go all the way on pot committed. We have the same hand. That's hilarious. That's really funny, actually. Nice hand. 10, 6. So we worked yesterday. We were tired as fuck. And then I just felt like I want to play poker. And I just, for some reason, felt like I was going to win. I was like, I don't know why I was so tired. But for some reason, I was able to focus just enough. Maybe that's why. I was able to sort of focus on, I don't know. I was able to get the win. This is a hard tournament to win. And I was very proud of myself. It was very fun. And then I went to work today. I quit the job. It was not a good situation for me. It's hard to explain, but when you get to be as seasoned, I'll say, as I am, you just know when something's not going to work. Ace 3, Queen Queen's got the full house over here. So yeah, it was one of the best quit jobs I've ever had, actually, because I kind of I've known for a while that the guy that was the new GM, general manager of the job that I was going to be working, I knew the guy was an asshole. I could tell he was not the kind of asshole. Like when I say asshole, sometimes when people say asshole, I think like someone who's an alpha male. This guy's like a kind of an asshole that thinks he's powerful, but he really doesn't know shit. And everybody knows that he's a dipshit, but he doesn't know he's a dipshit. So I actually ended up, for about 3 months, I was holding on to these feelings. And the guy called me up, this guy, GM, and he's like, this is the whole thing I had to go through with the guy. He didn't know if I was good enough to do the job that I was there to do, and he wasn't the guy that hired me. And so eventually I went to work the first day yesterday, And right away, the guy was being weird, and I could tell that it was not going to really work out. I gave it a day, and then I went to work today, and right away I just saw like what they were doing. They didn't really want me to work there because the people that hired me to work there had quit. So like 3 months ago. So check this out. I like this hand, by the way. Oh, not great. I'm only gonna check this. Yeah, I'm not gonna bet that. I'm not gonna bet that. Um, just paying attention to the game. Paying attention to the game. Oh, yeah, the nines. Oh, there you go. Nice. Boy, I'm glad I folded that. So check this out. I go to the job. No, I'm not gonna play that. So I go. I 3 months ago, I get this job. Right. I go to an interview. I have the best interview of my life. I mean it. Like my senses were sharpened. I had just come from a job the day before. I was hungry for the job, and I also went in there no nonsense. I wasn't a bullshitter. I was 100%. I think they appreciated what they saw, and they were like to the point where they told everybody like this guy's great, you know. So I go to work at the job. This is 3 months ago. Nice flop for us, by the way. Aces. Alright, I like where we're at here. I'm gonna bet on top of this about 400. I'm gonna just go pot. So I know where I am in the story. We'll come back to it. Alright, that's not great for us, but it's not bad. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and check it. What do you got? Oh! Oh, we split it. Nice. Another split pot. 2 split pots. Keep that in your brain. Tom, keep that in your brain. So, everybody, like, it's the best interview I had ever had in my life, man. And, I couldn't believe it. Like, I let it go immediately, but, like, it was like almost a performance, but it wasn't. It was real. It was good. And so I felt like, yeah, man, like, things are great, man. I like my life. I like streaming. Honestly, that goes through your mind. Like, I enjoy where I'm at, dude. This is great. So they offer me the job. We want you to work for us. They even asked me, when would you like to work? I went, jeez. What are the shifts you have? They go, we have an 8 in the morning shift to 4. I go, okay. They go, we have a shift from 11 to something. I go, that's nice. I go, do I have the option? They go, yeah, what do you want? I go, I want the 11 o'clock shift. They go, it's yours. So everything's set up. The boards, by the way, let's get back to the game for a minute. 4-2-7-6. We have 7s and an ace. This guy's going all in, so he has something real. I'm folding. I'm getting the fuck out of this one. Yeah, he's got 7s. Yeah, this guy had something real. This guy, by the way, gone. King 10. That's a nice hand. That's a nice hand. It was a nice hand. Now it's not really anything. There's a cat playing poker. There's a cat playing poker. This guy's betting 120k. Oh, everybody's in. That means nobody has jack shit when that happens, by the way. I'm going to go ahead and take my chances. The river is a queen. I don't have it. Jack, queen, king. 10 jack, queen, king. That's all I've got. I'm sorry to say I don't have it. Somebody's going to bet here somewhere. Yeah, I don't have nothing, man. It's all you. So, queen 5, queen 5, queen 5. No. So good. Okay. So they 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 hire me. I come in the summer. The interview was in the summer, probably right around June something. And I wasn't expecting to start in the summer because they told me that the school year is from October. So I come in the summer and basically they're basically telling me that, which I didn't realize, that the stand that I was going to work. This is a very nice hand for us. Hold on. Let's see what happens here. Everybody's just checking. I'm going to go a little bit crazy here and go 400. Okay. I have a nice hand. I have an ace kicker with a queen. I love my hand. I'm going to go all in because this is a high roller guy. He's a high roller. I'm all in. He might have a flush. He does not have a flush. But he had a full house. So I lose the game. It's okay. All right, let's find another tournament. So we're slow playing this story, which is fine. So what happens is we play another tournament. So what happens is I go to this job, right? And when I get there in the summer, this is around June, people are like raving. I mean, I'm not exaggerating when I say when I went to the job, every person I meet, they go, "This is the guy." Listen, I'm not just saying, like, I don't know why that was happening, okay? I'm not, obviously not a superstar. I'm not, like, famous for anything. Just a guy. But the interview went so well, and I think in a good way, I'm not bragging, I acknowledge that I fit the bill for this job. So in the summertime, there's a guy there, he's a temporary chef, right? He just hired the guy. He's just there for a couple months. And he's acting like he is actually running the place, which is what he's supposed to do, right? So I'm like, okay, well, this jackass will be out of here soon. Well, the jackass guy comes up to me and goes, listen, here's the situation. That stand that you were supposed to work, that's not going to be open this summer. Actually, after all. So we're going to put you somewhere else. We'll find a place for you, no problem. I go, wait, let me stop you right there. I was hired to do this particular thing at a particular time. What time would I be starting? 8 in the morning. I go, no. I was hired to work from. It was a beautiful thing. I had a setup. He goes, well, you're not going to be working at the stand. I go, yeah, but I don't want those hours. Like, I'll tell you what. I'll come back in. When's the season start? It starts in September. Great. I'll come back in September. I'll work this thing, this that I was supposed to do in September. He goes, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I go, well, listen, I don't think you guys understand. I don't care. I didn't quite say that, but I was like, I care. This job's a big deal, but like, I kind of want what I want. Like, I had people tell me that I had this thing, and now all of a sudden you, a guy who I don't even know, I didn't say this, but you, a chef that's temporary, that I don't even fucking know, is basically going, well, I don't know. So I go, look, do me a favor, pal, Slappy. Tell these people what I just said. So he does, and then I get a call back. I leave. This is in June, again, and I get a phone call. And it's the woman who was sort of one of the people that is like a manager type of lady, like kind of a secretary manager. And she goes, congratulations, they really like you. Again, right? They really like you, okay? So come back in September. Okay, so I come back in September. 3 months go by, and I get a phone call around August from this guy. He's the new GM. His name is blah, blah, blah. Who cares what his stupid fucking name is? I don't need to fucking trouble him, you know? So I won't use his name. Let's just say his name is actually Chris. You could say that. So this guy's name is Chris, right? Christopher, we'll call him. So Christopher calls me and he's like, gee, I don't know. It's weird. He leaves a message. I don't know. We have problems. We don't know about your cooking experience. Gosh, we just don't know. Can you call us? Oh, right? He's making all this commotion. Oh my God. You okay, man? So at this point, the story is more important than what's going on here. Just because I'm not in play. I don't give a fuck. I do care, actually. So I'm deep in the story. So we'll play this. We'll play this. Ace 9. Oh, there's my 9. Which is nice. I'm just going to check it because 9's obviously a little softer than a jack. And somebody could have a jack here. Somebody could have a queen very easily. Very easily could have a queen. And now a potential straight is on the board. So that makes us a little more cautious. There goes the bet. He has something for sure. But we don't know. He might not have a queen. He might just have an ace. Maybe he thinks, I have an ace. He might have a 4. So I'm just going to check it, and I will call whatever he comes with. And he does have a queen. So there you go. He had a queen. He didn't take me for too much money, actually. That wasn't too bad. So, back to the story. So the phone call that I get from this guy, Christopher, is this really intense situation where it's August now. It's 3 months later than my initial, my whole thing where I'm like, I'm going to work here, I'll come back. It's this whole fucking thing. Now this guy's calling me up and saying, we don't know who you are. I go, well, what is it? Why am I getting this phone call now? He goes, well, the people that hired you quit, so they're no longer relevant in the situation. So this situation now is basically what he's saying is, I'm your fucking boss, motherfucker. And I call the shots, and I don't know who the fuck you are, basically is what he's saying. And I didn't want to hire you in the first place. That's what I got from it, which I was right. He didn't know me, and I don't think it was personal. I'm not crazy. But this guy was basically saying, well, we're figuring out who's going to work where. Me and this other chef. This is always the problem, by the way. These chef guys have such egos. So it's like, it's their baby, and basically they were just kind of like, we don't know who you are, and so I sent the guy my fucking work experience, and I let it go. And then comes September, so that was like a month from when I was supposed to start. So September comes, and by the way, I forgot to say in the phone call, this guy also goes, I was a little bit kind of like guarded about it. And I go, hey man, I go, all right, I go, well, do I have a job still? Like, you're making it sound like you guys don't know if I can cook. And he's like, well, no, you have a job. We'll find a place for you. Right? Just like the other guy. He goes, but he goes, you're a rookie. That's what he says. He goes, you're a rookie. Now, I am not a rookie. Anybody who's watching me right now, one of the people that followed me on Twitch actually whispered to me and told me I look old. Thank you, asshole. So no, I do. I understand. He goes, you look like you're retired. I do. I look retired. So to call me a rookie is kind of like being insulting, which I'm not insulted by it, but I am aware that you're trying to insult me, and clearly you're being rude. You know what I mean? So it's uncharacteristic. It's uncharacteristic of a GM who doesn't even fucking know you to say, look at this, we have another pair here. Oh, there it is. Ladies and germs, we have a triple, 3 of a kind, and everybody's checking, and nobody wants the action, and I want it. I'm gonna play this slow. I'm gonna wait until one of these dummies. For some reason, nobody's biting. I'm gonna bite, and I'm just gonna throw a big bet out there. I want to see who stays in this thing. Because I think a lot of people, oh, maybe I'm wrong. I thought people might be confident. Oh, I love this. So there's a potential straight on the board. I'm not buying it. 9 king. I don't think so. I'm all in. He folded. Good call. That was a good idea to fold that. Yeah, you had a 10, but I had a fucking 2 5s. Good job. Good try though. So so now it's like I'm feeling a certain way because I'm talking on the phone with this guy who's my new general manager, who makes a point also not only to call me a rookie, but makes a point to tell me the people that hired you, I'm the guy now. I'm in, like, there's a power dynamic. And I actually met this guy before. I met him during the June thing when I came in, and I was not impressed by the guy. In fact, I was like let down. I was like, fuck, this guy's a dork. Like, he's a fucking dork. You know, and I'm not talking about he looked like, he did kind of look like a dork, but like, he just was this guy. He was carrying himself in a false way. People know when you work at a certain job, there's some people that come in to be your boss that really don't deserve the role, but you can tell that they're overcompensating. They know they don't belong there. They know that they'll probably be replaced in a year or so, just like they're replacing the idiot that they replaced. So I kind of got that vibe from the guy. Now that I'm talking on the phone with him, I really get the vibe, and I'm like, shit, right? So finally, I go to work on Monday, and I see the guy, and he's ignoring me the whole day, which is good because I figured he would do that. When I do see him, he's acting like, he actually said to me, "Oh, I didn't even see you. I don't even. Who are you? I don't remember you. I met so many people. I see people all day long." He literally said that. So the guy's just playing the asshole card, just being an asshole. And here's what ended up happening is they gave me a place to work that was really fucking hard. So what I figured out is that they were trying to 6, 6, 10, 10, and I have an ace. I have an ace. I have an ace. I think I've got this one, but I don't know. So I'm just gonna play it cool. Okay, we got bite here. I think I've got this one. Oh, that hurts. Okay. So this is where this is finally at the point of the story where it comes to a head. So I realize that what's going on here is these guys don't like that they didn't get a chance to pick me as an employee. They wanted to pick somebody else, probably. I don't know, who knows. They weren't given the chance, and this is their chance. So what they figure is, this fucking guy, this loudmouth, because when I left in June, I was like, hey, this is what I want. I was a little bit like that. Because I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Dude, if you want me as bad as you act like you want me, you'll put up with my shit, right? So I think they were like, fuck this guy. And so, there's an ace queen. So they said, we'll give this guy the hardest stand that there is. It's the one stand, it's like a food stand, right? It's like a food court. And it's like the one stand that doesn't close. It stays open for lunch and dinner. I'm going to go all in on this one. I'll call it. Ace queen. Oh, I'm so close on this one. It's going to be tough if people will start raising and shit, because I really don't have anything right now. boy, it's a tough one. I'm going to just go all in, I guess. Maybe we're just going to lose it all right here, but I'm willing to give it a shot. I got really fucked here unless something happens here special. Yeah, I kind of got fucked. I got fucked in that one. So it's not a problem, really. I don't really care. We'll play another one. So what happens is this guy who doesn't really want me there because he wants. It's not about me. You have to understand. It's about in these powerful positions. These guys are. This guy is a nerdy, dorky guy. This Christopher guy. He's a nerd, a dork, a dweeb, and an older guy as well. And you can tell he is a power seeker, right? So his thing is him and this other chef who is also, in general, chefs are power seekers. They're whores. They just want they want to go on free vacations and have everybody else do the work, and they want to treat everybody like shit and be treated like gods. Most people are like this. It's a sad truth in the world of the food world that I've been in it for a long time. So this is what happens is I realize what's happening. I realize that what's going on is they're giving me the hardest stand to work. The stand opens all day long. Well, other stands, there's like 5 or 6, 7, 8 more stands in there. All those stands, they open they open at 11, they close at 2, and they open at 5 for dinner. Gives themselves time. My stand that I was supposed to run is called Dub Street, and it was really fucking popular with the kids. Kids love burgers. And the menu was huge, massive, and they always sold chicken, fish, chicken fingers, fish, chips, fish and chips, and French fries. Guys, that's college food. That stand was going to be nuts to work, and it was my first year. They threw me in that stand, so I saw that the fix was in. Basically, it's like giving somebody too much on their first time. Now, I would have been able to do the job. That's the crazy thing. But it would have been really difficult. I would have felt like shit the whole time. It would have been very hard, and I would have had to get up at like 5 in the morning every day to work from 8 to 4:30 for 5 days a week. And I would have been miserable. I was already miserable. I didn't like the people. I liked the people, the workers I liked, but I would have been stuck with a bunch of college kids, don't know what they're doing. And I would have had to deal with that dumbass chef guy. And this Chris guy just wanted me. I could tell they wanted me to quit. That's what they wanted. It's what they got, ultimately. But the way I did it was great because I was able to just basically confront the guy in his office and tell him, hey, man, you called me. It was interesting because when I sat down to talk to the guy, I talked about our phone conversation, and I was just telling him, recounting it. And when I told him, and you called me a rookie, he said to me, I never said that. So that's where I realized this is real. These guys really are. This guy really is trying to get me out of there. He's denying this. Because for me, it's like if it does make him look bad. To be a GM and call someone a rookie is a shitty. At the time, he was so full of himself that he didn't realize that he was doing that. So it felt good to throw that in his face. Obviously, the guy denied it, and that's when I go, "You're lying." He goes, "Excuse me," and I go, "You're a liar," and that's why I don't want to work for you. So that gave me accountability. For me, in my mind, I will see what happens. Hopefully we won't have any problems, any blowback from this. But basically what happened in a nutshell is that was it. Once I talked to the guy like that, I knew it was over. The other guy came in, the chef guy, who's basically this one. The guy's a nothing guy. I mean, he's just one of these guys that's he's one of those people that'll say here at such and such at Washington University, we care about, like, they'd talk like that. We care about you. Care about the way people are. So, he was just a company guy. He was a hot air loser guy. And so it felt really good to quit the job. I actually saw that loser chef guy when I was leaving the building, and he kind of gave me a little smile, and I smiled at him, and I go, "Yeah, it's funny, right?" And he goes, "Yeah, it is funny." And I go, "Yeah, you're a fucking clown." Like, I did that because I wanted to see what the guy was gonna do, and he just turned into pussy right away and just walked away. I could tell, like, he probably wanted me to follow him and fight him. I'm just not dumb like that. I'm not a dumb guy. I'm actually, I'm actually very, in these kind of situations, I've just been around the block a zillion times, and it was a painful thing to go through. As far as, like, you think you've got this golden ticket, a golden ticket that I earned, and you go, and the thing is, like, you go to this interview, and you kill it, like I've never killed before, and you think this is the one, and then it's like these two fucking chumps come in and just completely, fuck the whole thing up. And I made the right choice. I'm glad I did it. The only thing it does for me now is, like, I don't have that full-time thing, man. It feels good to have that thing. You know it's there. But, bro, I'm here to tell you, I would not have been able to do this, like, on any kind of basis. I need to pick a job where at least I can do this a little bit. If I can't do this at all, I won't do the job, because that job was making me very unhappy. Like, I could tell that. Also, I think the main thing was just the dishonesty. Really, I mean, I couldn't believe how dishonest those guys were. Um, just about, like, the weird thing that I still think about is, like, how they did they didn't think I was good enough to do the one job, but then they put me in this really hard one. Like, to me, that's just a no-brainer. So I don't know how these guys get away with doing stuff like that, especially when, the thing that is crazy to me is, like, the hoops that I had to jump through, not only to get the job, but just to learn their rules all their rules of a college university. It's like they're so pious, right? Is the word, like, sanctimonious, like, we so religious, like, we believe in this and we will fight for that fairness, be fair to people, and support transgender, like, to that level. Like, which I'm okay with that, but to preach that shit and then to do something so low as to an obvious move to get somebody to quit is crazy to me. That's illegal, super, like, that's okay that they could just do that. And I don't think they would have done it if those other people that hired me, I don't think they would have done it if those people were still around. So that's what's fishy about it to me. It's an unfortunate situation. It was a long story, but I'm glad I told it. Let's get back into the game of poker. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And we have a pair, but it's a small pair. It's a small pair. So I'm going to fold. Let's see what this guy has. See if he shows us. He's not going to show us. But, it's funny because I know I was right. And what happens immediately after I quit, I get a job offer from somebody, and they're looking at my background check, so I'll probably be working within a week, And that's how it goes. And I think maybe there's a message in this for people maybe watching who feel like I do, that you just keep banging your head against the wall. But I think you have to keep doing that. It's that thing of like, don't give up, you know. It's that Rocky thing where it's like they hit you, but like you just keep getting back up and keep taking hits. But like it's not about how many hits you can take. It's how many times you get back up from the hits. And I'm an older guy, man. I mean, I've been hit many times in the workforce. I mean, it's just been, and that's why I was so proud of myself, because I have been beat up so many times, and I just went to this interview and just spoke truth. Now, what the interview was, and why I keep talking about the interview, it was a big deal. It was almost like an audition. Like, it was almost like a role in a play or something. I mean, they literally, like, interviewed tons of people, and they only accepted certain people. So there was a little bitterness from this new guy that I had passed all these, because he even kind of mentioned, like, oh, you've jumped through a lot of hoops. I understand that. I mean, I really did. And I think he resented that in some way. I don't know why. He did seem to have a little resentment that I was able to jump through all that stuff. Oh, there's the three. That hurts you. That hurts you. When you see that come up, you're like, oh, I wanted that. So the interview that I did was like, they actually sat down. So a guy and a girl, and I sat at a table at the head of it. They were at either side. And they would just bombard me with questions. I have a question. Da 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 da. And what would you do in this situation? And what would you do in this situation? How do you feel about it? What if somebody does this? What do you do? And I was able to draw from experiences. I wasn't lying. I wasn't faking. I wasn't making it up. It was literally like things were coming together. It was almost like I was playing a basketball game, and all the people were where they needed to be, and I was able to find all the players. It was a beautiful moment that told me that I was exactly where I was supposed to be in my life. And I still feel that same way. I mean, it's still there. Um, so it's a story of inspiration. All right, we're looking good here. We have ace. We have the high card on the table. We have a pair. We have paired it, which is nice. I don't know if anybody else has anything else. I'm going to go ahead and get busy here, and I'm going to go ahead and bet a nice hefty amount, because I want this pot. I want to start cooking. I want to start cooking. So we got a taker. Now that could be problematic if Matmu, or if anybody has anything, an ace and a higher kicker, that's going to hurt me. So we're not screw. I'm going to go all in just for the fuck of it. I'm playing aggressively, and we're hoping to get some takers, and we'll see what we got. So look what we've got here. Ah, we that's just bad luck. That's just bad luck. It's bad luck, man. Bad luck. Very unlucky. We're still in the game though, and we're still doing good here. Let me type this in. Unlucky. I had you. I had him. I had Matmu. I had Matmu right where I wanted Matmu. But Matmu does what Matmu do. All right, we got a pair of sevens. I'm going to go all in on this one, as everyone expects me to anyway. But the good news is nobody thinks I have shit, probably. So they're just going to call. Everybody's going to call. Most likely, everybody's going to call me. Okay. He's got aces. I've got sevens. I'm fucked. He's got three aces. And that's going to do it. He's got full house. And he's going to fuck me up. Again, unlucky. I did not have him that time. Let's go play another game. Let's do another one. What the hell? We're killing it. So yeah, let's play. Let's see what we got. Do we have any tournaments? We could late join that tournament right there, but I don't think I want to do that. Let's see what we got here. All right. So in summation, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk it out here. Let's talk out the last part of this stream here. Thank you for watching the gaming part of it. I'm done gaming. Thanks for watching. I'm just going to talk here for a minute. If you'd like to go, please go ahead. And thanks for watching. So in summation, ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud of myself. I actually feel on task. I feel like we're in the right direction. And even though we found ourselves in a point in real life, man, where I like to come on here, I like to stream, you're going to get a different stream every time. Sometimes the real stuff comes out. I feel like I'm in a good state of mind and everything to be able to express what happened to me without overdoing it or getting upset. And that's the point. You know, if there's times when you do stuff like this, you make a move, and you know when you've done the right thing or not. Your feeling in your gut tells you. Or if you feel like, fuck, you know, I don't feel like that. I feel opposite. And listen, I would be honest with you if I didn't feel that way. I probably wouldn't stream right now. If I felt shitty, I would not. So that's the genesis of this stream was that story. We played cards in between. I hope you enjoyed it. We will be streaming again today. And I guess the moral is that we're on task, dude. I feel strong. Like, we are pushing forward in a very good direction here. The stream has been doing great. I've enjoyed streaming more than ever. And that was part of it, too, is with this new job, I was starting to feel like the streaming thing was going to be hard to do. And I finally realized that this streaming thing is a part of my life. I want to do it. And so I'm going to have to find work that I can fit both of these things in. And if the job is going to take my whole feelings away, I'm getting pushed around, I got guys trying to play games, then maybe I just don't do the job. I don't have to do anything. And you know, I'll leave it on this one. I worked at a Jewish retirement center, and this Jewish woman said to me, I was having a hard time at the job. I went to her room because she was she was living in the house, and they wanted me to deliver food to the woman's room. So I delivered food to her room. I guess I looked kind of down, and she was like, "What's wrong, darling?" And I was like, "I don't know, I'm not happy." And she goes, "If you don't like something, don't do it. Life's too short." And you know what? There are situations where you got to push it, but she's right. And it's never more true than if you really don't like something, don't fucking do it. You don't have to. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for the stream. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for watching me. Watch my YouTube, Blacktopazjazz9, and follow me on Twitch. God bless you. Have a nice night. Have a nice life. See you next time.